Good morning, everyone. This is Flamingo Capricorn, and this is Topics and Conversations, where we have a husband proudly says that he is not, will not, won't not, is willing to sacrifice his life to protect his wife life. Oh, yes. We on that type of energy this morning.
Die for this?
I'm not. I'm not willing to die
I think
for it.
dying for your wife and your family, I can understand.
Because it's dangerous. It's not fearful. It's a dangerous
Kids,
situation.
yeah.
Wife too. 'Cause
Wife,
you bought
no.
her. Look, you bought her though.
I'm not.
Did he say he bought his wife? I'm still trying to understand that part. It's just kind of embarrassing when certain people have a talking stage and they have talking points like this. You bought her? No. Her father entrusted you to take care of her on the wedding day when he handed her over to you. You promised that you would love and protect her and forsake all others to protect her. Nobody's asking you to walk a plank and just dive in the water chained up. It's a simple question of protecting your wife. Sometimes means giving your life in a dangerous situation. This is not for the play and to joke about like it's really, because women have been doing it for a long time and have tapped out because, yeah, they should have always tapped out and not done that. They have always given their lives for a man.
I mean, like once you
I'm not dying for my wife, my nigga.
What are you doing in a dangerous situation?
If me and my wife are running because two niggas are shooting at us and she trip, I'm gonna keep running.
You and your wife.
Me and my wife.
Who hurt you?
Nobody. I'm just saying I'd keep running.
Yeah, he stood on business. He said he would keep running. He would think about the kids, yeah, but his wife, the one that he married, no. I mean, I don't know why he thought that was cute to say, but a lot of people wanted to weigh in on this.
Anybody want to tell me just what this is what the West has going on here, man? This dude said he ain't willing to sacrifice his life for his wife. He said, it's my wife, but I ain't sacrificing my life for her. He said, if we walking and somebody pull out, you know what I'm saying, somebody pull out that fire, I'm running and she need to run too. I'm not finna jump in front of no damn bullet just because you don't want to run. I'm supposed to show you how brave. You know, I mean, I kind of understand what he's saying. I don't feel the same sentiment, okay? Me personally, yes, I will sacrifice my life for my wife. Yeah, I will proudly, easily, happily jump in front of a bullet for that woman. Why? I done told y'all 1,000 times before. You not leaving me stuck to raise these kids by myself. If anybody go, it's gonna be me. If anybody, I can't do it. Not gonna be able to do it, because I can tell you now, everything gonna go bad. We gonna be late to the damn funeral if I got to be the one to get them dressed and ready. And no, I know this going bad. If anybody go, Gone. I'd be quick. Shoot me. Let her go. Go on back to the house. Shoot me. He don't even have to have a gun. Shoot me. I ain't raising this damn kid by myself. Ladies.
And that's comedian Shula King's opinion. And I wanted to weigh in on what a lot of the men thought, because I wanted to just gather what they were thinking, their reactions to this. And a lot of comments will kind of surprise you that a lot of them, some people agree. They're going to let you know the comments around their group of men that they hang around.
And then show their true colors. Well, y'all got to see these comments on this video I reshared yesterday.
I'm not dying for my wife, my nigga.
What are you doing in a dangerous situation?
If me and my wife are running because two niggas are shooting at us and she trip, I'm gonna keep running.
Exhibit A of why this generation cook baked chicken. Coochie Man #1 said, "This why I can never be married. I'm never dying for a woman if it's not a woman in my family." It's the family you created, Coochie Man. Coochie Man #2, not dying for someone who won't die for me. Oh, these I'm using my wife as a shield. She gonna be my guardian angel somehow. Coochie. Man, I don't even blame the women no more for how they act, man. I can't blame them. This shit crazy. I ain't even confused no more. This shit is bright as daylight. I see why. Don't call yourself a real man if you ain't willing to die protecting your family, bro. You might well just go ahead and cut your balls out, flip them down the toilet, go ahead and get you some years, some tampons.
But yes, I agree with him. And he exposed a lot of the men in the comment. Some of them, honestly, these men aren't even married. They just wish to spew poison into the black atmosphere. And then they will blame the black woman instead of blaming what they spew out. Speaking like that, hoping that a gang of others will agree with them, and some did. But these are men that don't have anything anyway, so they can't protect you. They don't even have a house to give to protect as far as sheltering you. So how are they going to protect you? These are men that you do not date. They will give you very subtle indications and alerts why they're undateable. Next.
Straight men who do not like women. I'm gonna explain. Let me cook. Just let me cook. I asked in the football locker room once. I said, "Hey, bros, like, what's something that y'all like about women that's not sexual or physical or any of that shit?" Crickets. So then they tried to flip it. They tried to ask me the same question. I said, "Okay, I feel like women are nurturers. I feel like you can let your guard down a lot around women. I feel like you can be a lot softer around women. You ain't got to be on no tough guy. I feel like it's amazing hearing the female's perspective for one. So you feel me? Like they sense of humor is a lot different. It's so many reasons that I can go on and on about why I like women, right? And like, then on the internet, right, we see podcasts all the time, multiple podcasts, and the hosts, they whole topic of discussion is just degrading women and just saying how horrible females are and why men need to put their guard up and protect themselves. And I'm like, damn, bro, like, do y'all like, and I don't know the
They dogpile on not for their hate for women, and people have gotten out here and said it's because of their mommy issues, and a lot of times it is, but they're mad because a lot of times their mother didn't settle for being with the deadbeat dad. How about you address the deadbeat dad that left instead of the mother that stayed and who didn't leave you? Some of your mothers probably thought about leaving you if you was very disrespectful, grew up to be disrespectful, and grew up to spew hate against women because your mother decided to sacrifice for you, to go to work and make sure that you had somewhere to stay and something to eat. Meanwhile, your dad is MIA, nowhere to be seen, don't want to know you, never met you, don't even want to be in the same state as you. I wonder when we're going to have those type of topics, of when they address the dad that left. But they ain't ready for that conversation.
name for it. I feel like we can all kind of connect and, we can agree that there is a name for it. I'm not going to say it, but it's just very, very weird. We can just call it weird. That's why I'd be thrown off. Like when a motherfucker say like, "Oh, Mason, you a lover boy," I'd be like, how are you not? Like, damn, like you don't like your girl? Like, what the fuck? Like, how don't you like your girl? So I don't want to put a name to it. You feel me? I don't want to get canceled, but I just want to say, don't ignore the signs. Like any guy that gets a thrill out of degrading women, any guy that runs under his boys the moment after he get done doing some sexual shit with a girl and he goes to them to get the satisfaction and the validation for whatever the shit he did, it's a name for that shit. And I'm gonna just label it weird. Yeah.
And he made a very excellent point that he actually addressed the men around him, and they couldn't even communicate about what it is besides intimacy that they liked about a woman, which is weird. I'm going to play the next video.
Women die for this.
I'm not. I'm not willing to die
I
for
think
it.
dying for your wife and your family, I can understand.
Because it's dangerous. It's not fearful. It's a dangerous
Kids,
situation.
yeah.
Wife too. 'cause you
Wife,
bought
no.
her. Look, you bought her though.
I'm not.
I mean, like once you.
I'm not dying for my wife, my nigga.
What are you doing in a dangerous situation?
If me and my wife are running because two niggas are shooting at us and she trip, I'm gonna keep running.
Then you garbage as hell for that. You are garbage as hell for that. It probably ain't gotta be no pistol play or no shooting going on. It probably be just a fist fight. You gonna break out and run and leave her anyway. You are a father's worst nightmare. When a father hand you his kid, his daughter over to you, he expect you to protect her. But you ain't gonna protect her. But guess what? You protect your homeboys. Let your little homeboys get in trouble. You gonna protect them. I don't understand this generation now. They'll protect their partners more than they'll protect their girls. You know what I mean? More than protect their wives. Now I could see if a woman was putting you in all kind of dangerous situations, then you leave that woman. Period. The whole relationship, you leave that woman. But if you have a wife, then you're supposed to protect your wife.
And he made an excellent point, very excellent point, especially when it comes to guys protecting each other. They will protect each other heavy on each other before they ever protect a woman the way they protect each other. Oh, they will covenant, they will use that, they will overwork that covenant and covenanting for each other. And a lot of us know this to be very true because we've seen it firsthand. Well, a man will lie for his friend. You looking for him and he'll tell him, oh, he's still at work, or he just went around the corner, or he's going to be back in a few minutes, or whatever it is he has to do to cover for his friend. But then when the girl is learned to do that, then we'll call for the streets or 304s. When we're just, somebody wants to play you at your own game, yeah, we're going to cover for our girl too, to keep her from being around you. My friends don't have to be with another man for me to cover for her. I'm simply covering for her to keep her from you. And it's a shame that this is very true. They will go hard in the paint for each other. There's something to be said about a man that is so enamored with impressing other men than impressing the woman that he's courting, or impressing himself, inspiring himself, finding inspiration within, that he will be seeking it outward, which just leads me to the point, you're not just mad at your mother, you're mad at that man, that daddy that left, because you seeking validation through other men. Now, don't get me wrong, there are bad mothers out here. But for the most part, a lot of these men do not have bad relationship with their mothers. They're just mad at the mother because she did not stay with the deadbeat dad, or the dad that beat her, dad that neglected them, that wasn't secure about the way he took care of them. And I'm going to play the next reaction. I have two more.
And die for this.
I'm not. I'm not willing to die
I think
for it.
dying for your wife and your family, I can understand.
Because it's dangerous. It's not fearful. It's a dangerous
Kids,
situation.
yeah.
Wife too. 'cause
Wife,
you bought
no.
her. Look, you bought her though.
I'm not.
I mean, like once you.
I'm not dying for my wife, my nigga.
What are you doing in a dangerous situation?
If me and my wife are running because two niggas are shooting at us and she trip, I'm gonna keep running.
You and your wife.
Me and my wife.
Who hurt you?
Nobody. I'm just saying I'd keep running.
I don't know who these men are or what platform they're on, but if you know, please drop it in the comments section. For the man who said that he would not save his wife if there were some men chasing behind them and she fell, that tells me that he does not believe in God. He does not believe in the word, because in the Bible it says when a man marries his wife, he is to leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. They become one. So if you would allow somebody to hurt your wife, that means you are allowing someone to hurt you. The Bible says that a husband shall love his wife as Christ loved the church. And you would let your wife get unalived and you would keep running, but then you want us to believe that you would save your children. No, you wouldn't. Because you are only thinking about saving yourself, not even understanding that the covenant that you and your wife have together under God and the covering that you are supposed to put over your wife and your children, how God would bless that. And if you happen to just go back and cover your wife in the way that you need to, you don't even understand how God could elevate you and take your whole life to another level. But this is exactly why there are so many women who are against being married, because they already know that a lot of men out here are not willing to cover them.
Amen. And I'm feeling exactly like that as somebody that was once upon a time engaged twice. And the last person I was with, I was actually pregnant, and I left him pregnant because he was emotionally and verbally abusing me. He told me that if I left him, people would think something was wrong with me for having common sense to leave. This man would stalk my home, come by my house when I wasn't paying attention. That's what made me get ring cams. When we were broken up, he would drop letters and stuff off in my mailbox. Now that I have a ring cam, you think he's doing that now because he can't do what he used to do. I believe he would creep around my home. He once when we started dating early, I should have paid attention then. He came to my house at like 4 a.m. before he went to work just to see if somebody was going to be here. I never gave him any indication that I was of the streets and from the streets. I honestly, at that time in my 30s, still had barely any intimate experience because I wasn't with a lot of people. I can still count on one hand. To this day, I can still count on one hand. And that's why I'm afraid of being married, because I don't want the emotional and mental abuse. I know I'm going to leave. He understood this. He understands this to this day. Unfortunately, me being a fool, I gave him a chance again, and we winded up having a child. Like I said, I left him when I was pregnant. So I'll never look back and feel bad about the move that I made to save my sanity and get in therapy. I also got my son therapy, who's now 8 years old, so he can understand. Even if your daddy isn't there, you're going to understand why he isn't there and why it has nothing to do with you. And it has nothing to do with me. It's between me and him. It's not your fault. You continue to be who you're supposed to be as a boy, into a young man, and into a grown man. I don't say anything bad about him because I'm the kind of person where I will let you see how somebody is so that you can gather your own facts. I'd rather somebody show you who they are. Because he sees and calls him every so often. And I would rather give my son that than nothing at all. But at the same time, I'd rather, if it was consistent, and it's not, but I know I can't take that away from my son, That's something he has to experience until he gets old enough to decide that he doesn't want to settle for something that's not, it's the bare minimum, basically. And that's why I left. Bare minimum. No consistencies. You lied about who you were and what you were about. And for the last video,
to defend his wife if the family attacks her. Let me tell you why. This is what I've encountered in my counseling. Men defend their mothers against their wives. You can't do that. The closest connection on earth is not son and mother or son and father. It is what? Husband and wife. You must defend your wife against everyone except God. Are you with me? You cannot allow your family to make your wife miserable. If your mother visits, your mother's a guest. She doesn't run around the house trying to take over. She's a guest. Your wife is in charge of the house.
Understand? And I'm a mother of a son, and I understand. And I will understand that if I come to my son's house, marital home, he sets the rules for how long I'm to be there and when it's time for me to go. And I have to accept that because that's his home that he created with his wife. I have to respect his wife because that's who he chose. That's who he loves. And I would feel and know that whoever my baby loves, I'm going to love them. But one thing I'm not going to do is invade and make it miserable for them. Because I want to continue to have a relationship with them and future grandkids. So there were men in the comments saying that the woman better be quick because they're not going to risk their lives. Some even said, would the woman do it for me? Well, the women have done it for you. They have. I know when I was younger, a woman taking bullets for her boyfriend. When people were after her boyfriend, she dove over him as they pewed her in the back numerous times, and he lived. She threw her body over him. My friend's mother did this. And how about Breonna Taylor, whose boyfriend stood in the background and she took bullets for him? Black men say they're the enemy, but women were the first to march and protest. And I'm glad that stopped. I'm glad the cake was burned and never to be seen or heard from again. Why would a woman give her life for someone who doesn't love or respect her? Who judges her for how many kids she has? Judges her on having an education, even that being a threat, not being respected, and has the nerve and audacity to ask her what she brings to the table when you can't even bring protection, loyalty, a home, or security to her table or her house. First of all, address your daddy who left you and never looked back. Okay? Because like I said, yeah, there's some bad mothers out there. But every time they find a bad mother in a situation, there's also the dad there's nowhere around and nobody bothers to mention. He's either in jail or MIA, or in most cases, not even here anymore on the earth. But they have everything that they want to say about women. But they can't protect them, don't want to protect them. And you're married, and you would say this about your wife, and then we're supposed to feel ready to run down an aisle to a man that won't even think twice in a life-threatening situation to protect us, that he'll run the other way. He looked like a coward. he hates, if he's married, he hates his wife. I hope she saw this video and I hope she's left him, because he definitely hates her. He doesn't like her. Probably don't like women in general, and maybe needs to think about another route in life when it comes to relationships. But he's willing to save the kids, not thinking those kids are definitely going to hold that against you, because they want their mom. They want their mom and their dad, but they respect dad more if they seen dad be a hero. This dad doesn't want to be a hero. He wants to be a coward. So, guys, let me know what you think in this video. And I will be back with another one and another one. I should have 2 that are premiering today. So I'll let those premieres, please catch those premieres, like and subscribe. And please comment, let me know how you feel. And I will see you in the next one, okay, guys? Bye.